The weather in Tampa, Florida makes it a great place to live if you love golf, and Terese Romeo does. The junior at Freedom High School found a passion for the game soon after she first picked up a club.
One Christmas, my aunt got me a golf club just because my whole family, all of my family plays golf. They just took me out and let me swing a couple times, and Jeff came over and was just like, you know, hey, let's go play some golf. And I thought it was the most fun thing in the world.
My first interaction with Terese was when she was about 8 or 9 years old, and she challenged me to a putting contest. And when I beat her, she cried, and I knew at that point we had a very competitive young lady on our hands.
One day we just put a club in her hand and she started swinging, and actually Jeff Leonard was like, we need to do something.
Over the next 6 years, Terese spent a lot of time with the First Tee of Tampa Bay, an organization that teaches both golf and life skills to young players. And her attitude and talent impressed everyone she came across, even professionals like Donko Jones.
Terese is not a big gal, so she has to rely on a short game. She's got all the shots in her bag, and she's still learning. And so she's got that short game that anybody who plays golf knows that chipping and putting is key to success, really.
She's even developed her own fashionable superstition.
I wear 2 different socks every single time I go out and play golf. One morning I was just mad, and I had played a bad first round, and I think I shot 78. And I just grabbed 2 completely different socks, and I went out and shot 72. I was like, you know what? Never wearing matching socks ever again.
But golf wasn't her only love. Terese also showed a lot of promise as a young gymnast. Unfortunately, as she entered high school, Terese suffered a broken wrist competing in gymnastics, and that hampered her as a freshman. She had surgery a year later, and that put her sophomore season in doubt. Then she and her coach had an idea.
For her to qualify for districts, they have to play in at least 4 matches. So I said, Terese, I mean, why don't you just play with, you know, one hand and see how far you can go with one hand, so at least we'll get you into the matches.
I kind of was like, are you guys kidding me? And they're like, well, no, she needs to play at least 4 matches to be able to qualify for district. So we said okay, and she's just like, Mom, let me at it. It's like, okay, fine, as long as this right hand doesn't touch the club, we're good. And she had a ball doing it.
All right, Terese, I'm bad enough playing golf with 2 hands. How are you able to do it with one?
It just took a lot of practice and determination, but after all that, I've really figured out a way that I could do it.
What was the difference like stroke-wise playing with one hand to 2?
It was definitely a higher score, of course. You know, I mean, I don't hit the ball very far with it or anything, but you know, I got a couple pars out of it every once in a while, and it was really fun. After
playing with one hand to qualify for postseason play, Terese was cleared to play with both hands again and took first place in district and regionals. Now her coach is excited to see what she can do in 2 healthy seasons of high school golf.
I think she's going to be very good. I think she has a really good chance of making it all the way into states and even winning states if she stayed with it.
Division I college golf is easily within her grasp. If she wanted to play beyond that, she certainly has the skills to do that. That'll be up to her.
Now when Terese plays, she's not thinking about pain in her wrist. She's thinking about her mentor. Colleen Walker was a professional golfer who passed away last year, and losing her has weighed heavily on Terese.
She looked up to Colleen. Colleen, I think, probably thought of her as her daughter, and you know, it was a sad thing to go through, but I know Terese, every time she plays golf, she's thinking about Miss Walker.
Colleen was a mentor, a friend, definitely like a second mom to me. She was always there to bring my spirits up if my spirits were down, and if my spirits were up, she'd always raise them even higher than I thought anybody else could do. And she was definitely my role model, and she was someone I looked up to, and I still look up to this day.
Terese has a lot of golf left in her life, and maybe she will make it to the LPGA Tour one day. But ultimately, Terese wants to do what Colleen did, mentor young players through the First Tee.
She'd really love to teach the game at some point. She really enjoys when we do the summer camps, and we'll have our 6, 7, 8-year-old crew out there. She gravitates towards them and likes just teaching the game to them.
I get to sit there and I get to help the kids, and I get to teach them what other people have taught me, and it's so nice carrying on. Like even like a legend like Colleen, stuff that she has taught me, I mean, I teach to other kids, and you know, sometimes it's even, you know, my own words, of course, but it's definitely a passion of mine, and I find so much enjoyment in it.
So whether it's teaching the game or playing it, expect to find Terese Romeo right here in Tampa doing what she loves. In Tampa, Florida, I'm Joe McCann.